Atem is not here. Atem is in Nasir.
Nasser, yeah, we are down here in Nasser. Anyway, thank you, Joseph, but I was away, so I can wait and listen first. Let me listen. Alafi, down here. I moved the line. I'll come back later because I were away, so I better I listen first.
Okay, Gordon, then Gordon, welcome. Take your 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys, I was here, but I stepped out. I was having another commitment, and a lot of people they contributed when I was away. So I may repeat some of the comments, or and also I think I miss some of the points that I'm supposed maybe to comment about. So yeah, but what I just want to say is very brief. Uh, in terms of election, I think Brother Yakani contributed to that end very effectively. In terms of extension, I don't think that there will be anything that is going to change because the two parties of the agreement, I think they are comfortable with where they are and what they are achieving through their agreement. Uh, some might accuse one partner or one part of the agreement than the other one, but the indication is that both of them they are very comfortable. Otherwise, I would have seen at least some movement from one side if one side is not satisfied with how things are moving. At least complaining, commenting, because both of them they are not the superior forces in the country in terms of sovereignty. Shab of Sudan is the power, and if Junubin are the power behind the country or behind the government or behind the agreement, then the parties supposed to complain so that the public are aware what are the obstacles and who is sabotaging the progress. But they are sitting on their hands, and I don't think that they are going to accomplish anything. But I don't know how are they going to extend it again. But if there is a way that they are going to extend it, they will extend it until the end of the time. And I think so many people mentioned that there are beneficiaries from this agreement and from the chaos. If you go there and do some audit, you will find out that even in one family, you may find three people in the parliament from the same family. One coming from Aji, one from Ayo, one from Gosawa. It's a chaos. So a family like that, do you think that they are going to give up on this agreement? If there is a way that they can extend it for another 20 years, they will do. So that is what I can say in regard to that. In terms of what happening in Nasser, I think people are using it politically, to score points or to advance their hidden agenda. First of all, those who jump into conclusion that there is disarmament is going to happen in Nasser. Yeah, Jama, yeah, the logic dictates to all of us to say that it is not disarmament. Because to disarm, it requires a lot of things. Okay? It is not something that you just go with 10,000 soldiers and go and just release them in the city, go and collect. It doesn't work like that. Logical. Okay? That needs groundwork that you have as a government. Go out, mobilize civil societies in the area, mobilize leaders, political leaders, mobilize community leaders, talk with chiefs, and talk with the youth leaders in the area. Okay? And it is not something that anyone can just decide and you just go. And we have seen it in different areas. There is no way that government can just send a force in with intention to disarm without even informing the local population. I think that is a lie. Okay? That is a lie. And what I know so far, according to my analysis, there are people who are saying, okay, why are these big officers, including Oleg, why do they have to go to Malakal? First of all, Oleg, since signing of agreement, did not come to Malakal. Okay? And the same with the, with the other officers who just reached an agreement with the government. Therefore, politically or militarily, they have to go back, okay, prove to their officers or to their soldiers that now what they have signed is a reality. Now they are part of government system. And also to reassure their armies or their supporters in that region. Okay, that is a fact. In terms of the numbers, big numbers, going for rotation in Nasir, the realities dictate that because we have been hearing, I don't know how many years now, that local youth are always clashing with the army. Sometimes on fishing ground, sometimes sometimes to Malpicat farm, and so forth. So that from time to time there are soldiers being killed, there are citizens being killed. Even as we talk, I heard that there are 6 officers, that are detained or abducted by white army. So in an environment like that, do you want, if you are really a soldier, do you want to send 100 or 1,000 in that environment? Of course no, because they are not aware what will be the reaction and what is going to happen to those soldiers. So the big number, I think it will show a force to send a message that government is powerful. That is the way that I analyze it. And there are other 2-3 points that I was going to talk about, and also to expand on this, but I ran out of time. I will stop here, and then when I get another chance, then I will come back to it. But there are groups who are benefiting politically to drum up the situation in Nasser. And I think somebody mentioned it previously, that politics is an opportunity. If you get an opportunity from your enemy, then you use it, you utilize it. And I think that is what is going on. But I don't think that Oleg is going for this hour. Thank you.
Thank you,
Joseph, Kali,
Yes.
في United في Canada. Kali, he'll 5 minutes retire. I can still wait and be the last person so that he can complete his 3 points that he haven't mentioned, if that's okay. Canadian brother.
Okay, I'll give you after Dr. Loya. Dr. Loya, we have only 5 minutes. So everybody will give you 5 minutes only. So I know that 5 minutes is not enough for you, but try to put your thing on 5 minutes and then wait for another chance. So you're going to get another chance. So go ahead with your 5.
Yeah, okay, greeting to you, Joseph. I think yes, the new extension. The parties to the agreement. We know they already failed all of them. The IO is failing, the SUA, and then the IG. They are failing to bring the peace agreement to people of South Sudan. That is a sign now. So now officially they are saying they extend it because they did not address the root cause of the problem. So the root cause of the problem is what is struggling. They don't have capacity to me to really address that problem. That's why we are suffering. And the problem is that the security arrangement that they have created is only something that is going to protect themselves. They have actually created a security for themselves, but the citizens are going to be insecure the way I'm looking at it. That's why you see right now leaders are protected. They bring their cousin, their whatever, their relative across. They give them money. They give them weapons. And then now the other citizen, they will sponsor tribal militia to go and kill you. So war is going to be booming just outside of Juba in our state. And that is what this extension means. There will be increase of risk for even any of the county to be affected by this tribal war, tribal militia, because the government is going to sponsor them to fight any kind of rebellion. So I think the extension will affect the entire country. People are going to suffer, and the worst thing is the humanitarian crisis that is going to happen in the country because wherever people have economic has failed, and if there is a fighting, people cannot be able to sustain or to live like their natural life. Any country that will be affected with war, people will be fleeing out. In Equatoria right now, thousands are going to Uganda. And then in Apanal, there is a build up of tribal militia because there is a fear. As we are talking right now, the governor in Malakal and the police, they are all up because they are thinking now the fear is never again in Nasser. It's in Malakal right now, people don't sleep. They are saying the White Army are around and they wanted to attack Malakal. So, and then there in Nasser, people are not sleeping. Oh, the forces from tribal militia, Agalweg, Abu Shok are coming. You see this? So now this is the insecurity this extension has created to the people of South Sudan. They have actually chosen this. That's what I have been talking here. Ajama, we need to actually to find a solution. Citizen, you don't rely on leaders, especially when your leaders are greedy and they don't have ability to solve problems. Usually you come back to citizen to find out how you solve this problem. And with me, I propose a lot of proposals. But the citizen, they don't want, they wanted to follow their tribal line. So it's not too late. Maybe people can see it as in the Union Forces, Union Party of South Sudan, we are still calling all the people of South Sudan, regardless of your tribe. We are saying that we are a symbol of the country, to unite the country. We need political allies. We need political unity. We need people to work together and change the regime, to change the government. The government is not accommodating us. The government is actually, I call it a family government for those who are actually sharing the power. That power you will never, they will share it, they will just give it to their people. And then you will be busy killing yourself because that's what they create for you. So such kind of thing, I think extension will not help us. Another factor that we wanted to know, UNIMIS, the so-called UNIMIS, United Nations or NGOs that are supporting, maybe they are helping some poor people who cannot get any government job or what, because you don't have job. So UN is going to expire in the whole South Sudan. Their time is going to be over in April this year. So that means they might have, or it can, if they decided to renew it, then it will not have budget because most of the, like the United States has cut any foreign aid. Any organization will not get aid this time. Most of the camp, they will be closed, and most of the NGOs in the country will not have money to function. And then therefore now, the effect will go on that ordinary person who is poor. So you're not going, we are
1 minute, $1.
Yeah, so in this way, we needed to see maybe in the middle of the year, there will be too much actually humanitarian crisis because you wanted to go to Uganda, the camp in Uganda will be closed because they cannot run without money. You want to run to Kenya or where camp are closed. You're going back, there is war. So we are squeezed to option actually to take arm actually. Because you wanted to find that the government is killing you. That is what we are looking at. This is what people of South Sudan need to be well informed about the situation in the country right now. So I would like to stop here. I don't think the renewal will give you anything. It's just going to increase for you to make things worse for you. And
So, Gordon, go ahead. Finish your.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kunjok, for allowing me to take your 5 minutes. I really appreciate it. Yeah. First of all, when I was here, I listened to a tape of Jan Matthew, and people comments around it, and there was a question whether Jan Matthew is there as a lawyer or is he there as Nas, and there were some kind of arguments that since he, saying that he's commanding those armies and he's happy that he's now commanding them, and therefore people think that he is not a member of NAS anymore, and also I can add that when he said, listen to me, this is not a white army. What I'm telling you is true. I'm going to do this and that. First of all, I think we know that Jan Matthew is a general in NAS. And if you have been listening here on Clubhouse, there is some kind of alliances that being drawn up between Nuer White Army and some tribalists from Equatoria trying to align up against the young government, according to the statement. Sometimes they call it young government, sometimes it's young as the tribe. I think all of us we have been listening to those statements. Therefore, if Jan Matthew is talking of commanding armies, that means he is still a general in NAS. And commanding armies in Nasser does not mean that he is not NAS. And it is not necessary for Equatorian to be the one that is commanding. Okay? As a commander in NAS, he has the right to come to Nasser or to learn the recruits to go for NAS. So to me, I still consider that that alliances that people are talking about here on Clubhouse and online is materialized. And Jan Matthew is there commanding as a general in NAS, and he might be commanding Nuer members in NAS. So that is, in brief, that is how I can see it. Don't think that if he's there in Nuer area, that means he is not NAS. He's still a NAS. That is one. Another thing that I want to say is that, I think a few days ago, I mentioned this. I said how things are going in South Sudan, uh, the government is getting weaker every day, and government institutions or state institutions are getting even weaker. And very soon we will reach a state where tribal militias uh, in peripheries of the country, they will control some area. Okay? People have ability to control those areas. Don't get surprised. Let's say Eastern Equatoria, government cannot access some area, and there are armed groups, warlords controlling that area, and they can collaborate with the neighboring country or with the companies somewhere, and they can utilize resources in those areas. The same thing could happen in northwest of Sudan. It could happen in Nasir area or a Congo area or in any area. Okay, and that is exactly what is happening in Congo. So government has to be really careful. Now you can see the language. If you see the language now, it is that Equatoria, even from those who are in the government, you can sense the confidence that government is weaker and people are bold to talk openly, encouraging you to defend. As a government official that has authority to instruct police or army to provide security, if you are talking about community, about youth, local youth, defending the community, what does that mean? That means these people that are smelling blood. The government is getting weaker, and their youth, they mobilize.
Dr. Daniel, 5 minutes over.
Okay, yeah. So I think somebody mentioned it here, but that is where we are going. If government is not careful, very soon South Sudan will be just from Lake State, going up to, let's say, somewhere there around here, and that's it. Okay, and for just to give you, yeah, money for those who are drumming up war, to try to say why don't we, can wipe out government forces, they will not survive in one, and they can do this and that. Please don't put the life of innocent Nuer children and women in risk. Yes, white army can do damages in the few days, but in the long run, the loser is going to be that area and that normal citizen in that area. Okay, there is no way that white army can fight the government for months and months, and then survive.
Thank you,
Okay,
Gordon.
and this is not
Leave
yeah.
the rest for
So
the next time.
okay, yeah. So this is just my advice. We don't want normal citizens to be affected. Thank you.
Thank you. Gigi, you will be next, but you need to know that we only have 5 minutes. So I know that 5 minutes is not enough for everything. Like, Nan and Nazim, like we put what you want to say, this is the first 5 minutes, and then you wait for another 5 minutes to say the rest. But you cannot say everything in 5 minutes. So let's just know that whatever you think is very important, use that 5 minutes for, and then wait for the next round. I turn off the hand raise so everybody can have another chance. Gigi, go ahead, take your 5. Gigi.
Thank you, Joseph. And I hope everyone can hear me clear.
Yes.
Just say thanks for the South Sudan beginning and all the leaders and the listener. Thank you for the opportunity. And I hope let us keep the good spirit. I think there is no need. Sometimes what I'm just trying to tell us, we the citizens, we have the solution. Asking
asking yourself as individual, who, what is the country, and who make country to the country? We the people, let us stop all this mind game. Let us tell in this podium to say enough is enough. When you look the point of justification, bad examination and all these things is not going to take us nowhere. And our country is really like I, as an individual, these politicians let our country down because they are not caring about the interest. Even you come to this club hour, you defend them, they still come to your doormat, what they call for us. Therefore, my point I'm trying to share with us, the deployment of troops to Nasser is unacceptable. Why? They do not follow the protocol, procedures and policies. When I see people or I view it, there is people who are critical about the MP who come out and condemn it. And people forget those MP are representative of their respective area. Given the fact that residents in Nasser, they go there because they got mandates from those politicians individually. Let us learn how we can be honest with it. We all know that our country is